evening, Willfield number one fans and viewers. Scott Casey Gale here, and today I'm going to give you my recap and review of Justified City Primeval Season 1, Episode 7, entitled The Smoking Gun. It was written by Dave Andron and Michael Dinner, and it was directed by Cachel Kindred. And I thought it was a very good episode. So for the penultimate episode before the season finale. Okay, let's begin with the recap, shall we? Here we go. Detroit, Michigan, 1988. Sweetie is playing bass in the band at a club. A young Keelan sits backstage watching. In the alley, he and the band are unwinding, and someone asks him about Keelan Wilder. Sweetie explains he promised her father he'd always look out for her. After the gig, Sweetie takes Keelan and the band by the bar he bought. He describes his vision for the place. Keelan sees his dream and thinks it's great. In the present day, Keelan watches as the coroner's people takes Sweetie's body away. Robinson checks in on her. She's silent. Waylon arrives. She breaks down in tears. Looking up, she sees Treno watching from his apartment. Treno tells them about a brother he has in New Mexico. Keelan encourages him to give Waylon the gun. In the penthouse, Sandy finds Clement smoking alone in the living room. Clement wants to know where the painting is. She tells him she sold it and that it wasn't worth much. He's mad and leaves. Waylon passes the gun over to Downey for ballistics testing. Clement finds a new car, breaks the window, and hotwires it. Waylon visits Sandy. He tells her he has the gun that killed the judge, Rose Doyle, and Sweetie. Levin, though it had nothing to do with Sweetie's death. He points out that Clement never intended that gun to get to Waylon when he gave it to Sweetie, when he gave it to Sandy to dispose of. She recognizes that she's in danger. Keelan arrives home and finds Clement Manzo in a house. He tells her about Oklahoma and what really happened to his mother. There was a tornado, but it didn't carry off his mother. He killed her for having affairs with men and letting him down. Keelan tries to tell him she isn't going to represent him anymore, but he grabs her by the throat and reminds her he can come back anytime he wants. He leaves her shaken and weary. Sandy visits Skender in the hospital, but he's not forgiving and tells her she's dead to him. She leaves quickly. Waylon then's at a bar and gets a call from Keelan. Sandy's packing her stuff quickly. When Clement comes home, she tells him she's hurt that he never plays her music. He gets excited by the idea that she's a fan of her music. He has sex with her. He's so happy she puts up with it to buy herself time to get away. Waylon sits with Keelan as she explains how she was choked by a bully in school. Sweetie had her learn to box and defend herself. Waylon asks what happened to the bully. She asks him now he's going to get Clement's fingerprints on the gun. Keelan wakes up and finds Waylon gone. Waylon drives up to the police station where there's a crowd of news crews outside. Robinson tells him inside that Downey and Brill are now questioning Donald Woods, the African vet who was high on PCP that night the judge and Rose Doyle were murdered. Clement wakes up and finds Sandy gone. He discovers his money is gone. Just then, the owner of the penthouse Dell returns. At the station, Downey interrogates Woods and accuses him of killing and raping Woods' body. He admits to burning her with a cigarette, but he says he didn't kill her. Downey produces the gun and says They found it in his belongings. Waylon follows Downey and Will and accuses Downey of being in the book. She gives Will the gun to take back to the evidence. Downey doesn't give him a straight answer. Tells him instead they appreciate his help and he should head home now. Sandy's at the airport. When a call from Dell comes in, she answers it and it's Clement. He tells her bring his money back to the penthouse or he's gonna hurt Dell. She hangs up on him. Waylon is sitting in his car in the parkway. When Will brings him the gun, he's not willing to go along with Downey's plan to pin the judge's murder on Woods. Waylon's phone rings. Clement asks Dell to explain Twitter. Sandy calls then and she tells them that she got scared. Clement tells her to meet him at the Radisson near the airport. Waylon's standing next to Sandy and tells her once she's hung up that he's got it from there. Clement kills Dell. Waylon lets Carolyn know that he's meeting Clement at the Radisson Hotel bar. She tries to get him to delay and take her out for a drink. He thinks she's joking and says he'll see her once it's done. Carolyn hangs up and turns to Toma Costa, whose office she's in. She agrees to deal with him. Waylon walks into the bar to see Clement. They sit down together. Waylon puts the bag with the gun on the table. Clement says he's leaving town because of the Albanians. Clement is curious about the bag, and Waylon offers him the bag. Clement calls the play. Waylon wants him to handle the murder weapon, so his prints will be on it. Waylon offers him the chance for a shootout. As he considers it, Toma shows up with his gang and takes the gun and the men. The Albanians stop the car at the bridge and Toma dumps the gun by the river. And I would give this episode 4.5 stars, 2 thumbs up, where it was solid 8 out of 10, and an 8+. I really enjoyed this episode, especially the scene between Waylon Gibbons and Clement Mansell. For a moment there, I thought that Waylon was actually going to kill Clement, but the Albanians showed up, courtesy of Carolyn. Now, what is Carolyn and Ryder's deal with the Albanians? Why did she call the Albanians? Next week is the finale. What's going to happen? Is Waylon Gibbons going to kill Clement Mansell, or is it going to be Carolyn Wilder? Part of me thinks it's going to be Carolyn because after Clement killed Sweetie, and that gives Carolyn perfect motive to kill Clement, especially after he threatened her. Or is it going to be the Albanians? Something's going to happen to Clement in the finale. Either he's going to go back to prison, or most likely he's going to get killed. I see Clement Mansell getting killed in the finale. And I really hope to see an appearance from Wynn Duffy, because Wynn Duffy was my favorite character from the original Justified. It would be nice to see a surprise appearance from Wynn Duffy. And I'm expecting it's gonna end with Waylon reuniting with Winona and his daughter Willa, and something's gonna happen. I just see it ending on a cliffhanger, a surprise. I like see a surprise appearance from an original Justified character. Is it gonna be Wynn Duffy? Is it gonna be Theo Tonin? Is it gonna be Waylon's old boss Art? Is it gonna be Tim? Is it gonna be Tim Gutterson, or is it going to be Rachel Brooks? But something tells me I could definitely see Wynn Duffy making a surprise appearance. I really hope that happens. Anyway, comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about this episode and what you think is and who do you think is going to take out Clement. Is it going to be Waylon? Is it going to be Carolyn? Or is it going to be the Albanians? You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out. And I'll see you here next Tuesday for the finale of Justified Primeval. Thank you for watching. You all have a good day. Peace out.